What's up, y'all? Today we are going to be talking about some absolute value equations. All right. So if you don't fully remember absolute value, all right, it's denoted with those symbols right there, those straight vertical bars. All right. And when we are working with them in equations or when we're solving, all right, for our order of operations, PEMDAS, or you've heard me refer to it as GEMDAS. All right, we're going to be in that category right there, a grouping, which would be very similar to a parentheses. All right, but this is just a set of parentheses with special value. All right, a grouping with special value. Okay, so absolute value, what do we know about it? Well, we know, all right, colloquially, that it turns everything positive. All right, I put in -5, I get out +5. If I put in +10, all right, I'll get out +10. What it's actually doing, though, all right, is it's measuring a distance. All right, absolute value gives us a distance, and what that distance is, all right, is how far away that number is from zero. Okay, so distances can't be negative, so it just tells you how far away it is. So if we think about the absolute value of 3, well, on a number line from 0, we would go 1, 2, 3 to the right. Doesn't care about the direction. It just wants to know how many steps away. All right. And then in the other case, right, if we had the absolute value of -3, where we put in a negative number, okay, still on our number line from 0, we are 1, 2, 3 steps away to get to -3. So that distance is still 3 units, 3 steps, okay? So we can use this information to help us when we're solving equations, all right? I'm going to start with a simple equation, very similar to what we just did, and then we're going to build to more complex things. So let's say we had to solve that the absolute value of x is equal to 3, and we want to know what 3's work, okay? Now, we just saw that the absolute value of 3 is equal to 3, so we know that x could equal 3, and x could equal -3. All right? That's our short way for us being able to set up for more difficult problems. We got to make sure that the value on the inside of the absolute values, all right, the expression on the inside of the absolute value is equal to both the positive, all right, of the expression on the right side and the negative expression on the right side. Okay? So we got to set it equal to both the positive and equal to the negative as well. Okay? Just want to follow up on that. All right, this works because that's true. This works because that's true. Let's look at a more complex example. All right. All right, so previously, or we just did the absolute value of x. Now, in our example, let's do the absolute value of x plus 2. All right, and let's set that equal to 3. All right, still the same thing. We're just stepping up, scaling up. All right, because we know that the absolute value of 3 is equal to 3, and I know the absolute value of -3 is equal to 3, well, then that x plus 2 can either be that or it could be that. So I need to set up both of those equations. X plus 2 is equal to +3. X plus 2 is equal to -3. Subtract 2, I get x is equal to 1. Subtract 2, we get x is equal to -5. It can be both of these answers. All right, we get 2 solutions. All right, that's pretty cool. So I can plug that in. 1 plus 2 would give me +3, -5 plus 2 would give me -3, and the absolute value of both of those would lead us to a +3. Okay, last example, a little more juice to it, okay? Let's say we have 2 times the absolute value of x minus 5 is equal to 20. All right? We want to make sure we get that grouping by itself. All right? So what we are going to do to isolate this grouping is we have to get rid of all the other stuff next to it. This is 2 multiplied by x minus 5. So I need to divide by 2. And because it's an equation, remember, we got to keep everything balanced. All right, so that cancels out. I'm left with x minus 5 within the absolute value being equal to 10. Think about it, all right? The absolute value of positive 10 is equal to 10, but also the absolute value of negative 10 is equal to 10. So this x minus 5 could be 10, or it can equal negative 10. Set up both those equations. Solve for x. Add 5. I get x is equal to 15. Add 5. I get x is equal to -5. And both of those answers work. Okay, so we'll be practicing this a little bit more as we go. Couple of questions here at the end of the video. And that's pretty much it, okay? I will see you all next time with our next topic, but until then, peace out.